Damas y caballeros, boys and girls of the prep school, tengan ustedes muy buenos días. Good morning, prep school. Es extraño esta situación, no escuchar a los chicos decir good morning, Mr. López. Ha sido un año atípico y como tal este speech va a ser un poco distinto. Cada uno desde su hogar y una versión de alguna manera acotada debido a que no habrán algunas de las habituales presentaciones. Aún así, todos los speeches empiezan con algo muy importante y fundamental, que es nuestro himno. Por lo que a continuación escucharemos las estrofas del himno nacional argentino. A continuación, el orden de eventos del día de hoy. Finalizo yo dando el orden y va a hacer uso de la palabra el señor Tate como School Headmaster. Luego de eso tendrán al presidente del directorio, Chairman of the Board, que es el doctor Francisco Follett. Y finalizando esto, el señor Mark Duggan como Prep School Headmaster, que da lo que se llama el Annual Report, el reporte anual, nuevamente atípico, de este año. Finalizado eso, hay unas pequeñas entregas, anuncios, y con eso terminaríamos. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the prep school, I would like to call upon the stand to Mr. Ian Tate as headmaster of St. George's College to deliver his speech and farewell to all of you. Mr. Tate.
Hello, prep school. Thank you. I can hear you saying hello, Mr. Tate. Well, that was certainly a different year. It was a very challenging year, but we survived, and we learned a lot about ourselves. A big thank you to your parents first, who turned into your teachers and your teachers' assistants this year. That was challenging, but well done. And great job, teachers. Your professionalism, creativeness, and energy make sure the students keep learning. Mr. Duggan and Miss Mabel led the teachers with support and passion. That is admirable. A big thanks to both of you. And to the rest of the support staff who have all contributed much to this success of the distance learning program. Well done to everybody. When you come back next year, the prep school will be ready for you. Looking the same, but there's going to be a few differences. There'll be a few protocols next year. The prep school will have to change until the world gets back to normal again, which it will eventually. Hugs and kisses, which are so important in the prep school, will not be taking place. At first that horrified me. It still does. But the more I thought about it, the more I realised that the affection the students have for their teachers, and vice versa, will help everyone find a way to demonstrate their caring in other ways. Another difference is Mr. Tate will not be here. I'm going to retire, but I will come back and visit you every now and then. And I really hope that our new headmaster, Mr. James Diver, will have as much fun as I did coming to the prep school and witnessing all the learning that goes on with smiles on everybody's faces. Mrs. Tate, Miss Lucy, and I will miss you. Thank you very much, each one of you, for being who you are. Vestigia nulla ritrosa.
Buenos días a todos. Espero que estén bien. Quisiera dirigirles estas palabras a Mr. Ian Tate, Headmaster, señores docentes, señores padres y alumnos. Mencionar al año 2020 como distinto sería claramente una obviedad. Comenzamos febrero con muchas expectativas que a los pocos días se convirtieron en incertidumbre. Desde el Board of Governors queremos expresar nuestro más profundo reconocimiento y agradecimiento a todos los involucrados en llevar adelante este ciclo lectivo tan particular. Siempre hemos considerado el trabajo en equipo como una de las bases del buen funcionamiento de cualquier actividad y creo que podemos trazar esta premisa al desarrollo educativo realizado teniendo la certeza que el grano de arena que aportamos cada uno para la continuidad de este magnífico proyecto educativo de más de 120 años, el apoyo incondicional de los padres y el involucramiento de toda la familia a lo largo del año, la visión de los directivos y el equipo de líderes, quienes estuvieron a cargo de la gestión y diseño de esta modalidad educativa tan particular, y así permitiendo el desarrollo del modelo que rápidamente pudo adecuarse a las circunstancias. El esfuerzo de los docentes para sobrellevar el cambio de modalidad y adaptarse rápidamente al desafío, capacitarse e innovar en el contexto de la nueva realidad y además trabajar en la contención de cada uno de los alumnos. La gestión permanente e incansable realizada por todo el equipo de administración. La dedicación del sector de mantenimiento y todo el personal no docente por su constante presencia y colaboración en los momentos de realizar tareas en pos del bien común y desde ya el esfuerzo de cada uno de los alumnos son los factores que han permitido transitar esta tormenta con solvencia y encarar los desafíos hasta hace poco tiempo impensados. Ciertamente, estas circunstancias dejan huellas y alguna cicatriz, pero de la misma manera nos da a todos una gran oportunidad de aprendizaje. Tengo la certeza de que como institución y comunidad hemos acumulado vivencias, nos hemos adaptado y aprendido para hacer de esto una experiencia positiva, en un contexto donde posiblemente haya cambiado para siempre la forma de educar, trabajar y convivir. Pero ya llegó diciembre con la verdadera satisfacción de la labor cumplida. Si me permiten, voy a dirigirme por un minuto a Mr. Ian Tate, quien, como muchos saben, estará cerrando su carrera docente. Ian, I know this is quite a moment for you. Retiring in Argentina is probably something you never expected when you came to St. George's in 1990. What started as an adventure trip from Peru has turned out to be a solid career appreciated by the whole community. You have certainly contributed to the education of a great number of students over no less than 30 years on both sides of St. George's College. Some are still using the knowledge of mathematics you taught them, while others remember and appreciate your advice and guidance as a headmaster. As a true old Georgian, we know you will continue to be in touch and active. And though we will surely be able to celebrate face to face, and knowing this is not a farewell, today we would like to wish you and Lucy a happy retirement and a long life ahead. Thank you so much for your dedication over so many years. Espero que me acompañen en mis palabras de agradecimiento a Mr. Tate y así a ustedes alumnos, padres, docentes y miembros de esta institución quisiera decirles que hoy, como en muchas oportunidades del pasado, Vestigia nulla retrorsum está más vigente que nunca. Desde ya, muchísimas gracias a todos por su constante apoyo al colegio.
Good morning to all of you who are part of this wonderful St. George's Prep School community. It is sad not to have you gathered in the theatre, but great to know that you're just there on the other side of the screen. You have no idea what pleasure it was for us to see most of you before the end of the year, even if it was for a short time. Many of your teachers expressed that they had hardly slept the night before, excited about coming back to school and seeing you. On one occasion, President Kennedy visited the NASA Space Center at Cape Canaveral. While he was there, he came across a gentleman and asked him what his job was. The man said he was an astronaut. He then met another one and asked him what his job was. The answer was, "I am an engineer, sir." As Kennedy continued his tour, he saw a man cleaning the floor, and the same question was asked. The workman looked up and proudly replied, "Mr. President, I am doing the same as everybody else. We are working together to put a man on the moon." The same concept applies to St. George's. Families, teachers, administrators, health personnel, guards, dining room staff, cleaners and ground staff, people in the shop and sewing rooms, technicians, and every other member of St. George's is on the same mission: to prepare first-class citizens of the world that will give a positive impact from whatever position they occupy in the future. There isn't a lot for me to tell you, since you have witnessed your children's work in person for nearly all of 2020. This time, we didn't have our formal three-way conferences at the end of the first and second trimester, but instead, we had over 8 months of first-hand three-way conferences at home. I have a special chapter for the task carried out by our teachers. The amount of passionate and creative work done by them in this uncommon situation would be too long to detail in this report. And that is only the small part that I am aware of, as we don't get their information on all the other aspects of their lives that they must attend to, which has to do with being mothers to children, wives, peacemakers, and psychologists. Most of you will relate to that too. I am always amazed at Miss Mabel's work capacity. She has been responsible for leading the academic activities, guiding the teachers so as to develop and put in the academic processes into practice. Thank you, Mabel. This would not have been possible without your commitment and driving force. Another special thank you goes to Miss Marina, Miss Antonella, and Miss Jorgelina for taking responsibility when we needed trustworthy and dedicated teachers to cover colleagues when needed. The shock of going into the distance learning program was felt by the whole community. Luckily, many of our teachers were already using Google Classroom, and a good number of our students were familiar with it. It was fortunate that the school had provided its staff with Chromebooks when this started. Aside from all sorts of applications that were used by educators, we also added Matific, a math platform, which was useful in the development of this area. Apart from everything else, many of our teachers qualified as Google educators at levels 1 and 2 during 2020, allowing us to become the first Google reference school in the country. This year, the Mateclubes National Mathematics Competition was held online, and we're proud to say that 38 of our students from EP4, 5, and 6 reached the national finals. Congratulations to all those who took part in this challenging event. The professional growth this year was enormous in this aspect, and we will benefit from what we have learnt when we all come back to school. We are proud to say that 2 of our prep teachers, Miss Betty and Miss Sandra, and Belen Carreira, our Google facilitator from the college, are so well thought of that they were invited as speakers to an international congress run by Google Educator Group. They have also supported us all in the implementation of tools which have been so useful in our lessons. As announced last year, in 2021, all primary section will be part of the Bring Your Own Device program. We are also getting equipped to gradually incorporate robotics to our curriculum when our children are able to come back to school. The prep staff contribution to demographic growth is still going strong. We welcome Paula's Venecia, Jessie's Rafael, Carolina's Lorenzo, Liliana's Lara, Valeria's Elena, and Kelly's Lisa. After 3 years teaching at St. George's, we say goodbye to Miss Becky. She and her family are moving back to the UK, where they have already got jobs, and Izzy and Jessica have been accepted in the school where they applied. We thank Becky for her kindness and dedication to our children and for her professional attitude towards work. Best wishes to the Koch family and for a very happy future wherever life may take them. This year, we had outstanding substitute teachers, and we have managed to incorporate two of them, Miss Poli and Miss Janina, as permanent members of our team as from 2021. After 30 years of service, 15 in Quilmes and 15 in the north, we say goodbye to Mr. Tate. We shall miss his eternal smile, his easygoing manner, understanding and kind words, and his classic, "Are you all well? It's a lovely day, isn't it? Are you having fun?" amongst others. Ian taught math, physical education, as well as other IB subjects, was director of studies and deputy head, and ended up being the headmaster of both sites at St. George's. He also started the community football team, the Odd Sox, where he still plays with his sons. Mr. Tate, we wish you and Lucy all the very best in your retirement, and we look forward to seeing you on our special days. I will miss you, my friend. Fortunately, we have a great replacement for Mr. Tate. We welcome Mr. James Diver to our team and community and wish him and his family many years of success and happiness at St. George's. I want to point out that one of the key attributes that we strive for at school is empathy. Being aware of the feelings of others and making a conscious effort to understand people and their situations. The rivers don't drink their own water. The trees don't eat their own fruit. The sun doesn't shine for itself. And the flowers don't spread their fragrances for them to smell. Living for others is a rule of nature. Life is good when you're happy, but life is much better when others are happy because of you. And our nature is of service. He who does not live to serve does not deserve to live. Here ends my report on the Prep School 2020, very unique academic year, and like on other occasions, I close it with an old Irish blessing. May the roads rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. Thank you very much.
El Cordon Shield se otorga al alumno de sexto grado que ha demostrado una excelente personalidad, defendiendo los ideales de justicia y los de la escuela, habiéndose destacado en las áreas académicas y deportivas, dentro y fuera del campo de juego. Se excluye a los capitanes del colegio y tiene que haber estado en el PREP por un término mínimo de 2 años. Será un excelente embajador, un estudiante del cual St. George's puede estar orgulloso. Este año, el Cordon Shield es otorgado al alumno Francisco Pedrotti.
Aquí estoy de regreso para anunciar quiénes serán los capitanes en el año 2021. Boys and girls of the prep school, your house captains for 2021 are as follows. For Haxel House, together with Mr. Agustín Ramos, the Haxel girl captain, Felicitas Perata. Boy house captain, Guido Batuone. In Jackson House, to help Mr. Leo Midon, the Jackson girl house captain, Emma Pellegrino Calvo. Boy house captain, Lorenzo Scosari. In Roberts House, to help me, we have the Roberts girl house captain, Delfina Caruso. The boy house captain, Marcus Ferioli Bergman. In Stevenson House, to help Miss Marcela Federico, the girl house captain will be Felicitas Lopez. Boy House Captain Dante Lucero Faija. And now the prep school captains, the leaders for everybody. The prep school girl school captain for 2021, Candela Noel. And the prep school boy captain, Lorenzo Boer. Damas y caballeros, Boys and Girls of Prep School, con esto damos por concluido nuestro Speech Day 2020, así que les voy a dar la despedida oficialmente en inglés. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the prep school, on behalf of the headmaster and headmistress of the prep school, colleagues of the staff and my own, may I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and an even better holidays, and I hope to see you all next year. Thank you very much. Good morning to you all.